All right, hey y'all, it's your girl Aisha, otherwise known as Miss Champagne. Welcome to my channel, Growing by Faith. If you've noticed, we are inside the house just for the start of the video. Want to do a seedling update and probably up pot some of my seedlings for y'all on video so you can see how I do it. And yeah, so I'm getting ready for my fall garden. Let's show you guys what I'm looking at. All right, so here in my Aero Garden indoor growing system, I'm just utilizing it for the lights. I moved my brassicas inside about probably 10 days ago, whenever I got off the cruise ship, only because we were going to be in the mid-90s during the day. And last year my brassicas were a little on the stunted side, and I think it's because I let them outside during that 90-degree weather, which this is a cool weather crop, so they don't typically like the 90s. We've got some Desico broccoli that's doing well. I've got some broccoli rabe. This guy's a little on the longer side, but he's got a nice strong stem, so that's good. 6 of those. We've got some early golden cabbage. Didn't have much luck with this last year. I've got one that's looking incredibly well, and some that are kind of coming along. This one looks like it's probably stunted. It didn't really germinate all that well. And then I've got the Savoy Perfection cabbage. First time growing this. Great germination. The seedlings look nice and healthy. What I did was, normally I would just pluck out one and leave the other, but I actually scooped out a lot of the seedlings when they were little and spread them out one individually. So a little more time consuming, but you get more seedlings. And I'll show you what I did outside. All right, we are on my back patio. It's about 11:30, so they're getting their last little bit of morning sun. I've got my mango seedlings going well. The rest are in the back. Those grew a lot faster, so I put those back there. These, I was trying to wait till they got at least 4 sets of leaves on them, just because something back there was nibbling on the new growth. Salvia's doing good. It's got great root system. This is ready to go into some soil. And let's show you guys the seedlings. I've got the red Marconi. This is a collard green, ignore that one. I needed an extra sale and it was available. So I've got 3 good ones there. These are the collards that I had from last year. We've got purple beauty bell peppers, the Itunda, something like that. 3 of those. This is another collard. I had a lot of collards germinate. The Cali Wonders, we've got 4 of those looking good. Super Sweet 100. I've got 2 that I'll separate. And then 4th of July. I have 2 that I'll separate as well. And San Marzano, I've got 2 of those. I don't really need any more. Cherokee Purple, I've got 1, 2, 3 of those. And then 2 of the pink Brandywine tomatoes. And then these are the Pippin peppers. They're like a snacking pepper. And then here, all of my Texas grano onions are doing well. I've got the Morris collards, more Morris collards. Again, I normally would just have plucked the extra ones and left 1 per tray, but my church has a homesteading group and I'm hoping to give away a lot of the extra starts that I have. So I took the time to put them in individual trays so that I'll have more to give away. We have the Black Magic Kale here and then some red mustard there. And then down here, this I'm going to move inside. These are some Brussels sprouts I was giving a try. I think it's way too hot for them to germinate, so I'm going to move these indoors. And then I've got more of the pink Brandywine. I had excellent germination, so I separated these into individual trays. more of the 4th of July, and more of the Cherokee purples. So these are all Cherokee purples. These are the 4th of July. More of the San Marzanos. Koalu Hawaiian. These I just started a week ago. And I've got 2 per tray, so I'm going to separate those. And then I also started the Midnight Snack. I've got 1 in there, 3 in this one, and 2 in those, so I'm going to separate these as well. All right, I was going to film this outside for you guys, but I literally got bit like 4 times just trying to set up my patio. So we're going to be doing this indoors. I have the Midnight Snack and the Koalo Hawaiian tomato. We're going to start with that one. And I'm literally just using an old infant feeding spoon to scoop out the tomatoes. And tomatoes and peppers are really forgiving. All right, and there's my little seedling. So I'm going to take the back end and create a little hole, and then push that down in there. Leaving just 1 in this tray, making sure to push the soil back down so that you don't leave any air pockets. All right. The good thing about doing them when they're this tiny is that they don't have a huge root system. Like I was able to get 2. If you wait till they're too big, it's a lot harder. And tomatoes and peppers, you can transplant deeper. So if you're growing your tomato and peppers indoors and they get all leggy, you can plant those a little deeper. I'm just pushing down the soil around it just to make sure that we got good contact. And this one doesn't look like it was developing, so we're not going to save that one. I'll just pull it. And then that leaves 3 of the Midnight Snacks. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to separate the koalo. Let's get a label before I forget what I'm doing. There we go. Midnight Snack on this side. And we're going to do koalo. These seeds were given to me by a friend. They're some type of seed that was bred in Hawaii. That's like a heat tolerant tomato. And I'm all about growing heat tolerant foods. All right. Pack that soil back. And I'm going for the seedling that's kind of on the edge and not like right in the middle. That's the sound of my arrow garden. It still has water cycling through it. So if you don't have like a small spoon like this, then just use, you know, like a small kitchen spoon, whatever you have. I just find a spoon is easier to like scoop and get the roots and some of the soil. Right, these tomatoes are all separate. I've got one per tray. And then now I have 6 more tomatoes that I can give away to somebody else. So, yay me. So when I first started gardening, sowing seeds was just like the hardest thing to do. And some years I have terrible luck with germination. One year I sowed peppers like twice and not one seed germinated. So at that point I figured it must have been the soil and it was a seed starting mix. I don't know if it was just bad or what happened, but for none of my seeds to germinate, I figured it couldn't have been me. It must have been the plants. So if you have a failure with your seed starting, then don't take it personal. Sometimes it's the seeds and not necessarily you. All right, I do want to start some fall flowers. These are some Petunia Purple Wave Hybrid. They came in this cute little dropper looking thing. So, and then I'm going to do some Vinca Tattoo Papaya is the name of that one. Petunia. This is Purple Wave. It's important to have a lot of diversity in your garden. So plant some flowers with your herbs, with your vegetables. Don't plant just, sorry, my dog is going in on this squeaky toy. Don't plant just your vegetables. These seeds are small. They only gave me 15. So let's just sprinkle these. And when seeds are this tiny, especially flower seeds, I just like tap them in and like bury them on the surface. So you're just pressing them into the soil because sometimes your flowers need a little bit of sunlight to germinate. So you don't want to bury these too deep. All right, so these petunias are great for ground covers. I'm all about that, especially in my food forest. And I love something that can spread on its own. Even though it's an annual crop, it'll die back, drop its seeds, and then the next season it will sow itself. And these can get 4 to 6 inches in height. So, and it's like a vibrant purple color, so I'm excited about that. And then next we have the Vinca. And this is like a vibrant pink color. I'm all about the tropical vibes. I have Vincas in my garden already. I've got white and pink, like a baby pink. So this is supposed to be a vibrant pink with a very dark center. So we'll see. And do you think, and again, these are annual. Well, at least it says annual. My vincas in my yard are not annuals. They stay all year long and spread magically on their own. They love the summer. They thrive in our heat. All right, I'm gonna go get some rainwater and get these watered in and take these back outside. So that is it for these seedlings. Just gonna put them on this tray so I don't have dirt everywhere. I'm gonna put these outside. I'm gonna save this little container. I think it's super cute. That's it. I'm gonna take this outside and then I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back on the patio. I'm sweating already. I just walked out here. I just want to show y'all. I don't know if you can see that is 90 degrees. In the shade. In the shade. So, whew, take care of your seedlings. All right, let me show you guys the final product. All right, gonna start off at the bottom. We have some additional Super Sweet 100s, another Cherokee Purple. I did throw in some green tiger striped eggplants, seeds. That's the 4th of July. Those are my flowers that we started. Here's the Midnight Snack and the Koalo tomatoes. And then there's the other seedlings. So everything is looking really good, especially the tomatoes. I'm excited about the Brandywine Pink and the Cherokee Purple. Those are new varieties for me this year. Hopefully the peppers all do well. I had pretty good germination. Peppers grow really slow. They germinated fast, but they take their sweet time growing. But the tomatoes are looking pretty good. And I did plant these salvias out as well. Whew. I had to come and stand in front of the fan because why am I melting out here? But hope you guys are getting your seedlings started. You can always buy transplants. Starting seeds is by far the cheapest way. And then you get more variety because a lot of the seeds that they sell, they don't have the transplants available at most nurseries. So with me, I don't have enough space for all of these starts. I'm praying that they make it to a healthy size for me to give away to a lot of the members in my gardening church group that I belong to. It's been a blessing since that group has started. It's actually a homesteading group. I absolutely love it. It's ran by an awesome couple at our church. So I'm hoping to be able to give a lot of these plants away so that others can enjoy growing their own food and gardening and getting closer to God like I have. So with that being said, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're growing. All right, bye guys.